Sunil, Devansh, Janvi, Arya, how are you? Hi, Gamerman, Ali, Arman, Rajat, Jhansi is also there. Mrutunman, Muthuraman is also there. Bhumi, good evening. Abir, Janvi, Nikun, Black Sheep, Sachit, Praveen, Tapash, Nikhil, Nagraj. Oh my God. Ifra, Afreen, Akash. Good evening. How are you guys? Long time. Where were you, Priyanka? Srinidhi, Malini, Pooja, Rekha, Nisha, Rinki, Achintya, good to see you. Hi Lakshya, hi Shri Shri. Okay, welcome back all of you. Good evening, Sat Shri Akal. How are you? Great. So probably you guys have managed to have one more session with me. Okay, guys, today, yeah, I do remember most of you were there the other day, by the way, yesterday itself. So, guys, today we're going to talk about how to score 100% in English grammar and little bit focus on English, the letter writing section also. Hi, Ali, I hope you enjoy the session, beta. My name is Aarsh Preet, so let's get started. How many of you are interested? Yes or no? Wow. Indra, good evening, beta. Seems like I've got lot of people. Achintya, I do remember you, sweetheart. Okay, good. So let's get started, yeah. First of all, when I talk about letter writing, you please need to understand that, there are some very common. Okay, everybody stop talking. Everybody stop talking now. I'll turn off the chat for some time. Okay. So please don't mind. Yes, we've got a lot of quiz questions, so don't worry about it. ठीक है देवांश बेटा चलो now Nikhil, that's great. So what happens is when I talk about formal letter writing, there are some common phrases and expression that you're supposed to use and follow, and they should quickly strike you the minute you start writing the formal letter. For example, let's say Alifia wants to say, she wants to probably, let's say, apologize. Okay, if she wants to have an apologizing sentence, then she would rather say, I am sorry about, or maybe I am sorry that. So she'll be using something like that. Otherwise, rather than saying that sorry for this, she'll be very polite. She'll say, please forgive me for joining the session late. Or maybe Sri Rekha wants to say, she'll say, please accept my apologies. Or Devansh wants to say, he'll say, please accept my sincere apology. That's very formal. Beta, is everybody clear? I'm very sorry for joining. Saswat says, I'm very sorry for joining the session late. I missed yesterday's session. But imagine if Om, Kashi, Asifya, or Sunfire, Sri Sri, Lakshya, Mami, anyone, or Prayank, Shalini, anyone wants to, let's say, seek help. And they want, they're asking for some sort of help. So they'll not just say, just help me. So they'll say, let's say I say Sri Rekha wants to help, seek help, take my help. So she'll say, I'll be grateful if you could help me. She'll be very polite to me. Or maybe she'll say, could you please help me? Because these are all the expressions that you use. Or maybe, let's say, Kashi wants to ask for help, and she'll say, I'll be grateful. I was wondering if you could help me. So it's very, very informal. If she says, if you could help me, it'll be grateful. But now we are talking about formal. So you'll say, I would like to know if you could help me. She's acting very polite. Kashi's acting very polite. Or maybe, Arya wants to ask, and Arya will say, I would appreciate if you could do this for me. Beta, is everybody clear what I'm trying to say? You have to be very polite when you ask. Or maybe Tanu wants to get some information from me. Tanu will say, I'm writing this message to inquire about when is the next webinar. Or let's say Janvi wants to know something and she'll say, I'm writing to find out about what do you do in the session, ma'am? How do you teach in the session? Or maybe let's say Nikhil wants to ask, he would say, What I'm looking for is how does Ashprit ma'am behave in a regular session? So he's acting very formal. So now let's proceed, beta, and check how do we talk. What's the format for letter writing? So letter writing is, of course, the basic thing that you need to. What basic things you need to understand is why are you writing? Who is the authority? Like for whom are you writing? It should be very simple. Don't complicate it. Please don't complicate it. It's like don't show off your English grammar. Otherwise, you're gonna create a mess. It should be to the point because whenever you're writing a formal letter, people don't have enough time to read it. It's very professional. Learner, I hope you are enjoying the session, beta. Ali, are you enjoying the session? Are you able to catch up what I'm trying to say? And don't build those stories, ma'am. The other day, this happened. I couldn't understand what ma'am was trying to say. Now, ma'am, can you explain me? So rather than saying, ma'am, please explain it again, don't beat around the bush and just come to the point. Then it's very important you follow a correct format. You need to stick to the format, by which I mean you can't just get up and just apply any eyeliner, lipstick and stuff. Girls, do you agree? And you can't go off to school. You have to dress in a formal manner. You need to dress up, and only then you guys can. Alifia, do you agree? That when you have to visit or you have to go to the school, you can't just get up out of the bed in your night suit. You say, I am going off to school, okay, bye. You do you understand, Neil and Ritika? It's like you need to dress up, man. So there's a format. You can't just wear your trousers in place of your shirt, and of course your shirt in place of a trouser. So there needs to be a proper format. I hope you guys agree. Black sheep, don't worry, beta, I'm going to help you. And the last point is please recheck whatever you've written. So let's start with this example that we have right here. I'm going to tell you how you're going to follow this. So write as you speak. The first point, like you have to write. Your letter should be in the nature of a conversation. It should be very professional. So first, I'll give you the format of how you are going to write a letter. So there are various parts of a letter, and then we'll come to the pointers again. So this person is wondering, let's say this is Black Sheep, and he says, ma'am, I have very bad English, help me. This is for you, beta, and then tell me if it's of help. Vansh, this is for you, beta. Kashi, please check if you're able to understand. Abir, beta, let's focus. Okay. So the first point that you need to understand is a letter consists of sender's name and address. Let's say I am writing of a letter to Shruti. That's an easy name, so I'll give it Shruti. So when I write the letter to Shruti, or maybe let's say Kunal or Sushmita or Gyasudhin, so what happens is I write my address. I start off with the left margin, right? And I write my address. It's basically the writer's address. Shruti, Kunal, Study Buddy, Vamsi, beta, is it clear? Is everybody clear? This is how you're supposed to write. But please don't write. People, what do they write? Oh, there is a person who's making all those pakoras very near to my street. You go straight, then turn left, then turn right, then go straight. Then there's a clock tower, and then it strikes 12. Then you'll follow the directions. Don't do it. It should be very crisp and precise. List like which road, which place, and which city. Is everybody clear till here, beta? So this is, and no punctuation mark. See, I have towards the end, I didn't write any comma, nothing. Okay, where we write this address? Rahul, beta, if this is a page and this is the left margin, so you have to write everything right here towards the left margin. Beta, I hope I've answered your question. Is it clear, Rahul? So everything is to be written on towards the left margin, but you don't have to use punctuation mark, comma towards the end. By which I don't mean that if it's this house number, you're not supposed to use your house number and then a comma. Of course, you can use punctuation right here, but not towards the end. I'll repeat it. If you are writing it here, please write the punctuation in the middle, but you can use it, but not towards the end. Now let's move to the next part. After this beta, once you write the sender's address, what you're supposed to do, you are supposed to write the date. Suppose you've written the sender's address, the next line you're supposed to write the date. And how you're going to write the date? 20th May, whatever the year is. Or maybe you can write it May 20, 2000, whatever the year is. It's suppose 19. This is how you're supposed to write. Please do not, I've written it, do not write it like this, the way it's written. Do not write it in this, hyphen and all those. You're not supposed to use it. Nothing of this sort, nothing of this sort. No, doesn't make sense. The way I've told you, either this or this. Srilekha, Kashi, Beta, Arman, Arman, Divya, Pramita, Amar, Rekha, Nisha, Sunfire, Srilekha, Priyanshu, Om, Kashi, Subradeep. Beta, is it clear how you're supposed to write the date? Because it's very important. And you observe again, beta, towards the end, I didn't use any punctuation mark. The punctuation, the comma is here or it's here. I didn't use it here. You're not supposed to use it here. Okay, now let's proceed. Now, what are you supposed to write after the date is the receiver's address. Suppose I want to write this letter off to, let's say, Shruti. So I told you I'm going to write the letter to Shruti. So I'm going to write Shruti's address. If it's given. Otherwise, you generally have to write the letter to the editor, to an officer. So you write the editor. No punctuation mark, no comma. You observe no comma. Whatever the name of the newspaper is, capital. You have to capitalize it. The editor, The Times of India, KG Marg, New Delhi, 5. Chetan, Gunjan, beta, is it clear? Does it make sense? Priyanka, Aman, Anindya, Indra, Aryan, Gayatri, beta pakka clear sab log ko? Shrishti, Anu, Sai, pakka, Harit, are you clear? Are you pretty clear about this? Okay, take. So beta, first black sheep, okay. Wait, not this one. I'll probably. Uzair, are you there, beta? Uzair Khan? Uzair, are you there? Okay. No, not really. Okay, I thought I could probably unmute him. Okay, Nikhil, are you there?
Hear me?
Yeah, Nikhil, how did I start off with the formal letter?
In the formal letter, you started with the sender's address.
Then
Date.
Then
Receiver's address.
But what is the format of the date? I forgot. Can you please help me with the format of the date?
Ma'am, in the format of date, we have to write 20th May 2019 or May 20, 2019.
Nikhil, you are very attentive. I love you, I am telling you. I am almost in love.
Yes, ma'am, but we should not write like we write in classworks 20/10/2019 like that.
This is my boy. Very good. So, beta, what you're supposed to do, one thing, if you're writing the letter, please, guys, keep in mind, once you're writing the letter, thank you, Nikhil. Thank you very much, beta. So once you're writing the letter, this is the person who's writing the letter sender's address. Then you have to leave a line. Beta, then you have to write the date. This is going to be the date. And then you're supposed to write the receiver's RADDRESS address. So this is how you're supposed to write the letter. This is what I have told. So you have to leave lines here. Okay, let's follow what's next after the receivers. Then you have to write the subject. Now, in case of only in case of official letters, you have the subject, and all of you know it's not required in personal letters, but subject is very, very important. It can be at max of 3 to 4 words, because people will come to know what are you writing for, what is the context, what can the person expect to read in the letter. That's very very important. So please do not ever forget about the subject. That's very very important. And after the subject you have to follow with your salutation. Salutation basically means you want to greet the person. So generally write sir. And after the salutation, I'll just show you how you're supposed to write. This is the, if you in official letter I told you sir or madam. It's basically mostly use sir or madam. And if you know the person personally, for example, I told you I want to write the letter to Rahul. I want to write it to him. So I'll rather write dear Mr. Rahul. So this is how I'm supposed to write if I know the name of the person. But most of the time, you don't really know the name of the editor, the name of the public official who's there. So, what happens? You better write it, sir, ma'am. You know what? This is what you're supposed to do. And then the letter, then you're going to start off with the letter again from the left margin. First, you're going to give an introduction. Then there is going to be a body part, and then there's going to be a conclusion, and finally the name of the sender. So I'll show you how you're supposed to, what points you're supposed to keep in mind. So please keep in mind whatever I'm about to tell you. So this is subscription, means how you end. Towards the end, what are you supposed to write? Imagine you're writing it to your younger relations, your blood relations. So you write my dear. Okay, it's in informal, my dear, or maybe my dear could be father, mother, brother, sister, uncle, aunt, cousin. And how you're supposed to end is yours affectionately, yours very affectionately, affectionately yours affectionate, your loving. So if you're writing it to your blood relations or younger relations, this is what you're supposed to do. Imagine you're writing it to your friends, my dear, or maybe dear Arun, dear Kashi, dear Black Sheep, dear Abir. And how you're supposed to write? You'll end it yours sincerely. Sincerely yours. Maybe you're writing to a person who's working with your acquaintance. Dear Mr. Kapoor, dear Mr. Chopra, dear Professor Sharma. And how you're supposed to end? Yours truly, yours sincerely. Is everybody clear? Got some idea? Arya, what about you, beta? Thoda sa idea hua? Thoda sa, just 5%. Okay, seems like very good. Just 5%, not 100%, but I'm just asking for a very small number. Okay, guys, now most of the people don't know that if you're writing it to a stranger, like I told you, I don't know the name of the editor. है ना अबीर? Didn't I tell you? What about Nagraj? Didn't you realize, Akshita, when I told you I'm writing a letter to the editor? I don't know the name of the editor. I'll write dear sir, or maybe sir, or dear madam, or madam, and you'll write yours truly. How you're supposed to write? Yours truly. When you don't know, you're writing it to a stranger. And when you're writing to your teachers, principal, headmaster, so you write sir, madam, and you'll write because you have to show sincerity. So you'll rather write yours sincerely. Try not to use yours truly, rather use yours sincerely. But imagine you're writing it to the editor of the newspaper, or maybe you're writing a business letter where you want to ask for something, for supply of maybe books, you're a bookseller or a shopkeeper, and you need a formal letter. You need to write somebody a letter so that you can get this stuff done, delivered to your place. So you write sir, madam, anyway, and then you can end it yours truly, yours sincerely. Is everybody clear, beta? Can we try an example so that we can figure out if we're clear about it or not? Pakka? Rahul, Pakka? Om, Kashi, Subradeep, Ravindra, Abhinav, Trilochan, lovely names. Somyajit, Bhaskar, Aram, wow. Ananya is also there. Hi, Payal, Rajkumar, Timko, Krishna, Ali, beta clear? Neelam, Alifya, Shivam, Riya, Lavanya, Vansh, Balram, Malini. Vanti, Kia, I've got such lovely people. I don't know. Black Sheep, you were telling me you're not, you're very weak this subject. I hope the session is going to be useful for you, my dear. Okay, guys. So, on that note, I'm going to start with the body of the letter. Now it's there in the body. I've got a good face, a very good face, but of course body makes a difference. Imagine a person like this is the face and this is the body. Do you think anybody would rather like it, a person like this and who's even wearing clothes like this? I don't think. How many of you think does it make sense? How many of you think it makes sense to have a person like this? This is small little face. Of course, I'm not talking about anybody's body, shape, figure. But imagine he's wearing such clothes that makes him feel, bigger, of a very huge size. Of course, some of you say, "Ma'am, we like healthy kids." I'm sure you guys do. So what happens is body plays a very important role. You need to be healthy. Of course, I'm not talking about myself. So body is the major part. It's the main part of the letter and has three parts. First is this part. That's the introduction. So it gives the reason of why am I writing the letter? I want to introduce why. So the way you introduce yourself to someone, who are you, where are you from, why are you here, right? And what the person can probably expect. So that way you have to introduce the letter and convey the message. Oh, and then beta, then you have the main part like your stomach, intestine, that part which has the liver, that in your body is of course going to be the main information. That listen, this is all that's happening, and because of that I got constipation and all. If your stomach is not well and if your liver is not functioning, of course your body or the other organs would be affected. So similarly the main part is supposed to be very 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 important. You can anyway just learn the introduction and the conclusion. It's almost the same for every letter, but your stomach, your liver depends on how healthy you guys eat. Do you agree? Everybody has a different system, how the way they digest, the way their body absorbs. There's an excretory system, excretory organs. So do you understand, beta? Every letter has a different component when it comes to the main section, the main body part. So that means you can anyway copy the introduction part, introducing how you're going to introduce the lines and conclusion. But please be very brief, be very, very courteous. Courteous means respectful. Even when you are angry, it's like, I don't like you. I don't like the way you behave in the class. I'll still be very polite. I'll say, please don't do this. It makes it looks very respectful. It looks like you are very obedient, well mannered. You need to behave yourself even if you're angry or frustrated. Imagine, I got a cell phone and it's not working. Of course it's a pen, and I have invested like 50,000 on this cell phone. So of course I'll be frustrated if anybody is not helping me get it fixed. So I'll be very patient in my approach. I can't be very very rude. You need to express very politely. You can give some suggestions of what, how can it be fixed. You went to these many people, nobody offered help, and of course give the time span in which you probably expect the problem to be resolved. All that relevant information is very 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 important. Beta, is everybody trying to make sense on what I'm trying to say? Sunil, Arya, Aryaman, Jhansi, what about you? Akshita, Gamer Man, Divya, Amar, Srinidhi, Rekha, Lakshya, Sunfire, Pranshu, Asifya, Pakka, is it clear? Om, Subrati, Pravindra, Abhinav, Trilochan, Payal, Tinku, Krishna, Ali, Akshit, Pakka beta? Okay, so let's proceed now. And after the body section, what I have is the subscription. That means you have to close your letter, give a closing to your letter. What you use, I told you, in business letter you use yours truly, and in others you can write respectfully yours. And if you use the personal name, like I told you, I used Rahul's name. So in that case, you're supposed to use yours sincerely, Rahul. Or maybe in personal letters, you can write most personal letters. You can write yours affectionately. That's in personal, beta. It's not formal. Personal means you're writing it to your mother, father, sister, or any sibling. Okay, then after this, after the subscription, you have to signature doesn't mean this. The star signature. No, 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 no. Please just write the name of the person given in the question. Don't write your name in board exam. You have to just write the name, mention the name of the person given in the question or used in the question. Is everybody clear? No signature like this, big kanta. Just your name. For example, I want to use Indra's name, so or maybe Malini, so I'll write Malini. Or maybe I want to write Indra, I'll write Indra. I want to use Abhay, I'll write Abhay. Now, what is the next thing? And then we'll conclude. After the signature, it's like on the envelope, you basically write the address. That's not there, very important. So let's have a quick recap of what we did. So this is the margin right here. So what I'm telling you, this is a page, the left section of the page. This is the margin. The sender's address, then you have to leave a line, then you have to write the date, then the receiver's address, and again a line, then salutation, or maybe the subject. So it's, it can be either way. Most of you might be telling me, ma'am, we've been asked to write the subject first and then the salutation. Follow whatever you've been instructed by your teacher. Then you start with the body of the letter, then closing, like I told you, yours truly, yours affectionately. Then you can put your name here. Beta, is everybody somewhat clear about what I'm trying to say? Somewhat, not 100%, but at least let's say 20%. Okay, very good, very good. So I'm going to start off with a complaint letter. Rahul, let's identify a complaint letter and then you can tell me if you are clear or not. So imagine when you're writing a complaint. I want to file a complaint. I am not happy with the services provided by my internet provider. So I want to first, I'll describe my problem and what are the outcome, what is the solution that you want for the problem. Then what are the key dates? On which date did he set up that, put that setup box? Or maybe some TP link box, that router, what you call it. Which day did you purchase that service, and when did the problem occur? Then what action did you take? It's not just that you're writing the letter and he's the first person you're approaching. You might have had a word with the people around in your area that, listen, help me resolve it. But still, if it hasn't been resolved, they couldn't resolve it, and then the last resort, you're writing it off in a letter. Then you have to identify what action you've already taken, ask for a response in a reasonable time period. That it doesn't mean you've written a letter, you've done the job. You need to ask for the response, quick recovery or a quick solution, a quick fix for the problem. Then you have to attach the copy, like the bill, or maybe any other document that you feel is relevant related to that, letter. So let's have this and we'll figure out how you're supposed to go. Let's say complaint against noise in the air conditioner. So I've got an air conditioner and I hear some noise issue that constantly it has been bothering me. So how I'll start is, I would like to tell you that I am one of the see how positive the letter has been to the person who's reading it. He would readily come and help you. Otherwise, people don't generally help you up. But the way this letter has been framed, if you observe it and you look carefully, you'll probably understand that, yes, this is how I'm supposed. So let's quickly read it. I'll give you 2 minutes. You read it. 2 minutes. Quick. Let's see who's the first one to finish off. Quick, quick, quick. Rahul, do you understand, beta? Did we discuss? Salutation is how do you greet? Like sir, ma'am, that salutation. Paka, Pushpita, Areva. Divya, wait, I'll just have that. Saswat, we'll talk about it later, beta. Yes, Mohisha, I do, beta. Oh, Arman, I hope you were able to focus on the session as well. Okay, everybody, you've all of you done. Should we write yours obediently? Yeah, beta, you can do that, Akshita. Oh my god. Oh my god, all of you done. Very good. Okay, let's try one more and I'll unmute. Tinku, pakka done. Now you read the question and I'll mute one of you to answer this question. At least one of you. So read it quick. I need one to just talk about the body part. Okay, I've unmuted Anandhya. Chalo, Anandhya, start. Anandhya, are you there, beta? Okay, Devansh, you try. Devansh, are you there? Rajat, that's what I told you. Salutation and subject can be changed. Like in different schools, have been taught. Like some teachers tell you salutation can precede the subject part. I just told you, and some of them they say that it can follow the subject part. So depends what you've been asked by your teacher. Is it okay? Okay, Arman, you answer. Aram, not working. Varish, your mic is not working. Yes. Abhinav Shukla, can you please answer?
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, Abhinav, please answer. Abhinav, are you answering? Tinku, your mic is not working. Indra, Anandya, no, it's not possible. Janvi, I'll unmute you. Janvi, I've unmuted you.
Hello,
Please speak
ma'am.
up and be quick.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
This letters consists of like they have bought a new washing machine, and that's not in a proper condition. Like it makes a noise and it tears the delicate fabrics. Like we should complain against the. We should complain to the company that we are not able to take this. I mean, it's not proper, so we want to replace it, or we want our money back.
No, can I say rather than saying I want my money back, I would suggest that what time span you expect them to resolve the issue first and then you can ask them. Otherwise, I would appreciate if you help me get the refund.
Okay, ma'am.
है ना? That's more polite.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because you've given them an option that either you get it fixed or I need my money back. Excuse me. Meta, is everybody clear how you've written? So I've just put some, it's going to be right here, thanking you. Yours faithfully, Kirti. This is how you're supposed to write. I'd use no inverted commas. Rajat, beta, I hope I've resolved. You guys can quickly read. Listen, I've put all the information right here. Washing machine, the date I got it, guarantee period, what is the reason, and you've written it in a very polite manner. All these are causing great inconvenience and I feel cheated. Excuse me. I therefore request you to remove the fault. If it is minor means if it's probably if it can be resolved, or replace it for a new one as per the condition of guarantee certificate. Your action will be highly appreciated. Anandya, Itra, I hope you've enjoyed. And is this clear to all of you? Pakka beta? Oh, very good. Matlab letter writing, everybody is clear how you're supposed to write the letter. Interesting. I enjoyed the class today more than I enjoyed yesterday. I saw a lot of people who've joined who were there yesterday and who joined today. Intelligent people. Very good. Okay, so before I forget, guys, let me tell you that I have a very important announcement, very important indeed for all the lovely people like Abhinav, Varesh, Srilekha, Janvi, and all the lovely people like you, that we at Vedantu are coming up with a CBSE 10th fast track course. So, this is the course, name of the course. And okay, so the price for the same is just rupees 29997 rupees, but you can avail it at just at a lightning price, trust me, of rupees 14999. So what are the benefits? You don't have to travel, you save a lot of time, you compete with kids all across the country, not only your region, easy access to DAOs, 24/7 mentoring, you've got weekly tests and what not. So I think it's a steal deal and you shouldn't let it go. So this price is nominal, guys. You won't even happen to be able to cover the entire syllabus in this price. Not bad. And by the way, the classes for the same have already started off from 7th October 2019. So what are you waiting for? I want to have you in my sessions, guys. We really want to have all the fun that we missed on today. So meet on daily basis. And before I forget, the link to join the same is https vdnt.in/10ab71. Quickly write down the link somewhere, and I hope to see you in the upcoming session. That's very, very, very important for me. So I hope I'll repeat the link. It's http://vdnt.in/10ab71. Please note it down, and I think I see you in these sessions. How many of you think it's a steal deal? And I hope to see you in the upcoming session. If yes, thumbs up. Arya, yeah, bolo bolo. Now I've unmuted.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, is this not for okay, we have a lot of plans.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Arya.
Ma'am, I think I have a thing to tell you.
Yeah.
In the end, can you unmute me?
Okay, beta.
For the song.
Okay, Afia, beta, I've unmuted you.
Hi, ma'am.
Hi.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good.
This session was so interesting and it was very effective for me because I lose a lot of marks. Like, even though I write the content as long, like a big content, but ma'am doesn't give me marks.
Because we are jhadofy our English. We want to prove that we've got good English. Why can't we just be very crisp and precise and very professional in our approach?
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
I hope to see you in the upcoming session. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, Nikhil.
Me?
Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
you please
Nikhil, I didn't get
for
you.
next question.
Sorry?
Could you unmute me for the next question for
Quickly
explanation?
answer this. Devansh, the link is not working. Yes, sir. Can you please type the link once again so that Devansh can probably get in touch? Devansh will post the link in the chat box, beta. Just get in touch. Yes, sir. Can you please help me? Thank you, yes, sir. good? Yeah, are you answering?
Ma'am?
Yeah.
So there is a man called Navneet of 65 NH Road in Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
He recently bought a new home theater of huge LCD screen and Sony speakers and woofers on on a 2-year warranty card by Electronics Plaza, Kiddingtown, Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
So after some days, the LCD and the woofers have been defected and substandard.
Mm-hmm. Areva, great. Superb. Amazing. So guys, that's all for the session. Okay. Yes, sir. I have no idea. You have to help me. Can you type it once again? So, by the way, guys, yes, sir has already shared the link with you guys. So please get in touch, and I hope to see you the upcoming session. So till we meet next, please take care. Do respect your parents and eat healthy. I've already enrolled. Yeah, Abhinav, do you want to speak? Be quick. Abhinav. Beta, it's MEDAM. Yeah, Abhinav, do you want to speak?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great, Abhinav. How are you?
I am fine, ma'am.
Okay,
I
Abhinav.
got enrolled in the session, and sessions are so good, ma'am. That I can't speak about it, ma'am. Today is our maths class at 7 o'clock.
Wow. So I hope you're enjoying the sessions, Abhinav.
Yes, ma'am.
Amazing. Hope to see you in the English session also.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Abhinav. That's so sweet of you. Bye, guys. I'm going to have the quiz next time. So please don't feel offended. I'm from Chandigarh. Hope to see you soon. Bye. Take care. See you.